Hello and welcome. I am Suit&Tie, Dip&ChewGuy, and this is the opening video, the opening of Raffle number 3. This is March Raffle. So, I'm not going to go greatly into it, although I will have it pop up as a link at the end of this video. The raffle prize is the Snuff Buddy, not the one that I just reviewed. That will be linked at the end, which is this one. This one. Okay? Now, there are going to be some rule changes, so bear with me. There is also some channel news at the end. So, as of the uploading of this video, as of you seeing this, the raffle is open. The raffle goes through the PayPal account that is linked in all of my descriptions under videos. Alright? I'm dropping the raffle entry, okay, even further. Partly because I don't think this is going to go over too well, for me anyway. Alright, so there are already 3 people entered, just to let everyone know, okay? I'm going to drop the entry price down to $1. Now that's $1 plus whatever the PayPal thing is. At $1, it's probably like $1.11, something like that. The big change, though, is that you can buy more than 1 entry. You can buy up to 3, which would be about $3.45 after the PayPal fee. All right? So people that donate more than 3, it's still only 3. There's a limit of 3 entries per person. Okay? I say that because a lot of times in the last 2 raffles, although I think it may be different now due to the world situation, people donate in general more than the minimum. Fine by me, obviously. A huge help. But at this point in time, number 1, I'm not overly expecting it. And number 2, depending on what your situation is, I wouldn't overly suggest it. I was going to call off this raffle, to tell you the truth. Partly because I think there's a good chance that I may actually take a loss on it. But I had already stated that would happen. I'm going to hold to it, even if I do take a loss on it. It's happening. You can enter whenever. I was going to call this off. And the only reason I am going forward with it is basically because I don't feel, no matter what the world situation is or the country situation is, number 1, this adds content and interest. Number 2, I don't think a $1.11 raffle entry is going to make it or break it for anybody, if you get what I mean. Now, if for some reason in your particular case that's not true, and there could be people out there, I could see that at a stretch. If for some reason it's not true, then don't enter, obviously, okay? If you're in a position where you're in a really tight spot right now, you don't want to do anything to exasperate that, all right? You don't want to do anything at all that could lead you to more problems. Now, as I said, $1.11, most people are going to be like, why is he even talking about? Look, basically everybody has access to YouTube at this point in some way, shape, or form. I do not know. I don't have in-depth demographics of who watches my videos. So obviously don't do anything at my bidding that could come back and bite you in the ass, basically. All right? So this is the Snuff Buddy. As I said, I will link it at the end. It is a late 1990s straw type spittoon. All right? I'm not going to go through a whole review of it again because it will be linked at the end. It comes basically 3 pieces. The removable top with a straw. All right? A shop owner at some point did add a Copenhagen sticker to it. In this case, it actually works for the product. It actually looks pretty good. They got it centered right, etc. There is a can holder at the bottom with door. Okay? This is the one I reviewed, though. this is the one that's being raffled. It's still in its original packaging. Okay? So it's a $1 minimum, preferably $1 after the PayPal. $1 gets to me after the PayPal fee. So it's probably like $1.11. All right? You can buy up to 3 entries per person, which would probably be about $3.40 to $3.45 after the PayPal fee. I need to see 3 of it. Let me put it that way, though. Okay? Anybody donating more than $3, which in the past has happened, is the usual, but I'm not expecting that now. You're still limited to 3 entries. So really, for your money, you can't get any more than the $3.45 amount. Okay? For those that in the past 2 raffles do donate more. All right? Again, definitely think about that. Okay? I would be completely happy with just breaking even on this. The product was $16. Getting it here was about $5.50, and shipping it out is probably going to be $5.50 to $7. So, I mean, really, at the end of the day, if I could get around $30 in on this raffle, I'd be fine with that, and I completely understand. All right? It's a smaller prize, number one. Due to disruptions, I was not able to get in secondary prizes, although if I do have the chance, I will. But as of right now, there aren't. The up on this, or the pro of this, is that you can buy up to 3 entries. Okay? Remember, for those entering, to leave when you send it to the PayPal, in the message that you can send along with the money, leave your YouTube name. I need to know who you are here. Okay? Now, that is basically all. This runs through next Thursday at midnight. Okay? That's basically all the raffle. There is some news. I got a little bit down about things yesterday, and I put a post up on the community page. And everybody, was cool about, well, with exception for one guy, but that very might, well, maybe a bot. I don't even know what that was about. Don't anybody pay it any mind, because I didn't. I was saying I was a little worried about the future of this channel going through the crisis that the country is in now. And it is a crisis. Although there are some up signs and bright spots as of today, this is a crisis. Make no mistake. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Don't let anybody say, they're just hyping it. There are people that are hyping it. The media, etc. I'm not going to make this into a PSA. I do not pay any attention to what the media is doing, saying, or acting like. I go by what federal, state, and local governments are doing and acting like. Okay? So, I was worried about the future of this channel. And I'm not going to make out like I'm not worried anymore. That said, I have decided, no matter how this raffle goes, because it's expected that it probably won't go over that great, but I've decided to throw all in on making sure this channel gets through this period intact and still uploading. Okay? You got the national crisis. You also have an issue with YouTube at this point. Basically sort of sneaking in some regulations around the community standards. It looks like they're going to try to start censoring certain people, supposedly just on crisis topics. Now, the one playlist that I do not advertise never gets tagged. The PSAs, just for this reason, never got tagged. The first one was on the 25th of January. I have not tagged any of them. As of right now, going forward, none of my videos are getting tagged with anything suggesting tobacco products or coronavirus. For the grouping of channels that I associate with, you may want to think about doing this yourself. So I will not be tagging anything. And as far as review material, like the What Is It series, you may very well not see a tobacco product name in the title anymore. Going forward, until we are through this crisis and the people are back reviewing things, humans at YouTube, I may just have What Is It. You'll be able to tell by the picture. Technically speaking, they can flag from pictures too, but it's less of an issue, less of a chance than words in the title or tags. So there will be no tagging anymore. I don't think anybody that's already here would ever notice anyway. But also, some actual product names may not be in the titles. As for tonight, there is a chew review. It is a twist that will be coming shortly. And as far as a PSA, I am trying to get a handle and grasp on a situation that is moving faster and faster. The PSA may actually come tomorrow night. As I said at the beginning, the PayPal account is linked in the description. It is $1 after the PayPal fee. $1 to me. I think it might be like $1.11, okay, per entry. If you want to buy up to 3 entries, you can. It would be $3 and like 40 or 45 cents. All right. This runs through next Thursday at midnight. And when you send the money, make sure with the message that you can send along with it via the PayPal, make sure you leave your YouTube name so I know who you are here. Important. Again, this is the prize. It is in packaging. It was opened at some point in the distant past by a shop owner, and the sticker was put, the Copenhagen sticker was put on, but it is new otherwise. This is what it looks like out of it. It's a straw type spittoon from the late 1990s. I do hope you all are well. Do take care of yourselves, and God bless.